Lego.
It's Too T3rpd.
Question number 1.
Oh, there's questions. Sweet.
Do you freestyle?
Have I? No, I'm not a freestyler in that fashion. I can't say that I have. I've tried. I've definitely put in the attempt, but we're still on this, aren't we? No.
Yeah, I can say you ain't give a yes or a no, so I wanted to see if you was gonna go.
No, no. I'm not I can't perform on that level. Like that's something. If I was going to do something in a freestyle, that would have been rehearsed at some level where I'd had already taken a series of topics and patterned them together and done that over and over and over again, and practiced. Because then at that point, freestyle becomes way more optional. And anybody who's doing freestyle work, like I respect to them to stay current and being able to drop rhymes at that level, because that takes fucking commitment and practice. And fucking good job on that. I'm not that good. Like I can perform. Like I went to fucking college for performance, like that was, in high school, college, like that was my small education career was music performance. So you take a piece and you learn it, and then and that's what it is. And
Are you saying?
I did, yes, until probably my mid-20s. I performed out in the world, did stuff.
I can see you being a tenor.
I was a natural, a true baritone as far as formal performance goes. It was a true baritone. I could hit a bottom scale C all the way to a tenor F or whatever it is. And one or no.
Which one is that?
A tenor. There's don't make me fucking be cognitive and in composition right now. I haven't messed with composition and
you don't want to throw it out there. Shit. I ain't tell you to do that.
15 years on this.
Best. Okay, I'm trying to figure out, could you hit the Mariah Carey notes? You look like one of them. Like you got the deep voice, but really you would have been hitting them high notes.
No.
Isn't that falsetto good?
No.
That's what it is. Damn,
falsettos were something that I've only even recently just played with, and that's just for the fun of it.
Hey, see, I knew you could hit
see
them.
if you could, just because you want to know if you can do something, and you got to try every once in a while.
You can do it. You can do it.
No, I haven't done it in a long time. I've been smoking a lot of weed too, so you gotta, if you really want to hit stuff and perform in the land of singing, you don't smoke a lot of weed.
Never mind. Whoa, well, nope. I almost did it.
Just smoke a little bit of weed.
I almost did it.
What were you gonna do?
I'm a comedian, but I'm not there yet.
Take your jokes. As a comedian, don't turn it off. As from one industry to another, don't turn it off.
Right, but it's too late. I missed the opportunity.
Whatever. Take your notes. Take your take your mental notes. All right, but as one industry to the other, don't turn it off, because that's the only way you get better. Is you can't turn it off. Once it's all going, it's constant. Like every direction I go, it's its own rabbit hole, and it you get so deep in it, and it's hard to tackle one, to commit yourself to just the one, like fuck. Like I went to school for fucking food to learn sugar, because I thought that sugar was like the closest thing to glass out there. You could touch that stuff. You can't touch glass. You can when it's cold, but there's not a whole lot of like shaping going on that you can do warm, So like, oh, excuse me. I made chicken for dinner.
Oh, no, you good. I had chicken for dinner as well.
It was like a beer style quesadilla. I'm rambling now off topic.
You did some beer can chicken?
No, it was Instapot chicken. Nicole loves her Instapot. She's all about that thing. I agree. That thing is a valuable tool in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, that mug go. I mean, you could pour some beer in there, same thing.
Yeah.
Just could have poured some beer out of a can, beer can chicken.
Yeah, that would require me to drink some beer then. And I'm like,
You don't drink beer?
It's not beer season yet. That's a summertime activity for me. Unless it's a stout beer. That's a wintertime activity. And I don't drink near, like in my 20s, totally there was a lot of drinking going on in my late 20s. Mm-hmm. My early 20s, it was mostly psychedelics. My late 20s was still a lot of psychedelics, but then there was booze and a lot of that. A lot of booze.
Oh, now see,
in my 30s now, I don't know. It's been a lot less. I just taste. I have a collection of whiskey that I collect bottles.
Wait, you say 30s? You in your 30s still?
I'm 42.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't be lying like that.
Feel like I'm 42.
You ain't in no damn.
I don't think I'm older yet.
You ain't in no damn 30s.
No, you learn a lot in your 30s of coming from a time period. Like in my 20s, I did a whole lot of. I mean, I guess there's a lot of learning in your 20s, but there's a lot of action going on in your 20s, like forward progression. Like you don't really know where you're going. It's just forward. In your 30s, you're wanting the situation that you have to work, and you're fighting all the realms of reality in efforts to make it work, regardless of what people tell you. Now that I'm coming into 40, I'm like, all right, what else can I do? Like what other options are there? I'm settled in I love what I do, and so what else can I do to either further what I'm doing or just to, I don't know, combat the madness that I have a toddler in my house and he wrecks everything. as all toddlers do.
That's my guy though.
Like he's on it, Yeah,
he cool as shit, yo.
Steals all my conversations and living at his situations, and everything's about him.
He's literally a little you.
It's more he interestingly enough. Now I will accept where my likeness is, but I get to experience Nicole and her father in his traits and some of her mother's traits all wrapped up in this cute little package, and it's interesting to see it all in all of its glory. Because you don't think of it on a genetic scale, like as a parent, but perspectively, like you kind of see, all of your shit. You get to see all of your shit. You get to see all of her shit, and parts of our parents' shit, all wrapped up in a cute little package. And it's like there to kind of tell you what your shit is, and that's so complicated.
Shout out to all my homies with baby fever. But speaking of all of this, we forgot to do the main thing. Forgot to introduce you who you were.
Everybody knows who this is.
Damn. Hey, man, you don't know who my audience is, bro. We could have some new motherfuckers out here at this point.
Oh, yeah, good for them. Welcome new people.
Shit. Damn.
Figured I'd run my mouth enough on this show.
You never know. We might get some new people. They'll be looking that far now.
That would be great.
That's what
I like that.
We gotta encourage them. As a matter of fact, I got a challenge now. Now y'all got to go back and watch all the episodes that he was on before too. So now you can get a peep as to why he acting the way that he acted. So it all makes sense.
Oh, I do have a bit of ego from time to time. I'll acknowledge that.
Yeah, this motherfucker act like he's been here before because he has a couple of times. But also too, it's like the real life homie. So like, that's why I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I'm sorry.
You good. Just know I've always called you out because you my dog.
I respect that. Like, understandable.
That's been since day one, since the first episode you came on.
Sure, I can appreciate that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I fuck with you. You one of the realest people that I know. Because you say what's on your mind. Whether anybody likes it or not.
It's not on purpose. Well, maybe it is on purpose. But
That's just who you are.
there's that, yeah. Like there's no turning it off again. It's just once it goes, it goes. And,
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean to be opinionated, but it's in my blood.
That's why I said I don't take it personal. You just being you. And I can always appreciate somebody being who they are. As long as they being their actual selves.
Sure, I can appreciate individuality and something that's not trying to be catering to a scenario that's whatever is being projected at them. Mm-hmm. And it's not like there's not a bludgeoning of that going on in the world. And for anybody to try to occupy that is merely just trying to be in a safe space to communicate and whatever, you know, they need to get out a little more.
Yeah, exactly. I don't disagree with you.
You know, they just need to get out of that bubble a little bit more. The box isn't real.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
You're building the wall.
Yeah.
You know, like I pulled a window in my box and I haven't even hung it yet. It doesn't even look out anywhere.
You took shrooms again, didn't you?
Fucking every time. It helps me run my mouth a bit more. I mean, we're going to be talking for 2 hours up most. Like, I can't occupy that much time. I'm fucking inundated with a toddler.
This motherfucker started getting fascinated about some goddamn walls. Like, what the fuck? That's all we surrounded by is walls. See, you should have mentioned that shit earlier, Tyler. You got them all started.
Build your walls. Stack it.
Well, we weren't talking about that. We was talking about the padded wall rooms. And then all of a sudden you started getting on walls.
You know, they're everywhere.
I mean, it was a good callback, but, you know, hey.
I don't know. Ever since New York in January, now I'm just worried about people burrowing.
It's too deep, too fast.
Shit. Oh, yeah. We didn't even introduce ourselves, yo. Fuck. All right. Y'all already know who I am. You know, I'm Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was When You Signed Up. Bop, bop. All right. Next.
Got Tbreak T behind the screen, the most day-quilled up guy in the scene.
That's right. My
I
boy.
can barely function.
Yeah, my boy's sounding dosed up right now, dog. It's like a Houston rapper.
Yeah. The most white bread lean in the world is pretty much my treat for the day.
Yo, leaning T. That's yo, aka leaning T today, boy.
Promethazine tea.
Hell yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's your that's the AKA for the day, Promethazine T. AKA Tyler Farquaad made the lady say, "Oh my God!" All right. That's awesome. Thanks. And y'all already know this motherfucker right here, man. Like I said, this is my dog. Shit, I don't even know how to describe you at this point. This is like this dude does a little bit of everything. A grower,
Marble maker. Yeah.
So, do you want to start with that first?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's the first. That's the first thing you identify as a marble maker.
Totally. I make marbles. Oh, I mean, you know, firstly, I'm a human being. Okay. You know, like we're as humans. Okay. You know, like individually,
Fair
like
enough.
we all have our individualities. Blah 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 blah. Secondly, as a human being, I had chosen to make marbles with my life instead of being a box.
Okay.
You know, and
Okay.
even though I've built my own box, we can go down that hole.
Okay, when we go past that first wall, what's past the second wall?
All right, the second wall. What's on the other side of the wall? Fuck, I have a toddler in the house. That's on the other side of that wall. That's what.
Maybe we could go into like so okay. School me, educate me real quick. On a serious note, though. Okay. So, does glass blowing, if you say that, would that encompass like all of your works, or do you go actually into depth? So, like, would marble making go underneath glass work, or would you subcategorize that in a whole completely different thing?
So, marble making, you're at a media point. So, in the glass blowing industry, I make marbles mostly.
Got it.
You know, so I also make pendant jewelry. I also make pipeware.
Right.
But as people in the industry identify with me, they know me in the marble area.
Got it.
Would be
All right, so then your main trade is marble making and glasswork.
Yes.
All right, so we're breaking down the walls right now. Right. So, hey man, I'm improving the fuck out of you right now.
I mean, you know, I've learned pipeware to make, you know, because there's more accounts that to make, you know, you can only make so much money as a marble maker until your marbles are I mean, fucking, you know, it's being an artist in general. Like you're just trying to find whatever avenue to if you can make money at it in any fashion, you're like, sweet, you know. And so you're gonna take those jumps and learn those lessons. And so like my end goal is ultimately to make fucking marbles individually. So but I've learned to make pipes and I've made shot glasses. I have yet to fucking sell a goddamn shot glass. Really. Like I know people that sell them by the fucking dozens, and like the handfuls that I've made.
You've never shown them.
I've put them on the table a few times. Mostly
What size are they?
They're. I have no idea, honestly. Like
I gotta, cause I collect shot glasses.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I might even have a couple still. So like, I guess I can't say they haven't sold because I don't know that I have any left. And so I have. If I do, I have a couple. And so, because I've made less than 2 dozen in my career. And so, like, I don't make them very often, you know. And so, I know people that make a lot of them. And so, and they look cool. Their shot glasses look fucking cool. I mean, maybe mine look cool. I don't know. I guess very subjective on that.
I got to see them.
And so, all right. If I don't have one, I'll make one.
All right. Bit.
All right.
All right. Now, we've gone with the layers of glasswork. Now, there's even more layers. Hold on.
Sweet.
Hold on. We got another one.
Digging.
My dog's also a grower.
Oh, yeah. I'm getting ready to shut the room down for 2 reasons. One being summertime, and it's hard to fucking manage the bills in the summertime because the electric bills are astronomical. And then second, I need to do some improvements in the house and identify some issues in the building so that it's still safe to grow as well, you know, because you can't, if you're not maintaining a home that you're growing in, then you know, weed flour will absorb all that yucky, and you don't want that yucky in your flour.
Yeah.
Just to break it down on a fast, because like there's a mold spot in the far corner of the house, and I have to make sure that it's fine, you know, and then treat the area and deal with it, you know, and there's a lot of work that I need to do over at that house. So
hell yeah,
they're its own problems. So I'm taking the summertime to address all those issues and hopefully be able to have a safe place to turn lights back on in the fall. And and if it's not, then I won't turn the lights back on in the fall.
fair enough.
You
But
know.
see, this is pure honesty at its finest, and it's letting y'all know that if y'all get some flour from this man, you already know it's about to be grade A, top notch, and good quality because he don't run no bullshit ass games. Now, with all that being said, meet it to the cannabis jackman himself. I'm calling you a cannabis jackman because you're a jack of all trades in the cannabis culture.
Sure. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I just came up with that right off the spot. Okay, balling like a motherfucker. Give it up for BCGLASSWORX. Hold on, hold on. You know, they had to find their voice real quick, you know. The audience out there.
Sure. Like, yeah. They do that in all the TV stuff.
Wow.
Wow.
You're not allowed to do streams on the show anymore.
What?
You're breaking walls. You're breaking too many walls right now. You're breaking way too many walls.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm sure everybody knows that wasn't a real audience. If they don't, sorry guys.
We could keep an audience in there if they were tiny people. You know, we could have a whole audience of tiny
Like
people.
borrowers or something like that.
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes people be wanting to come through here and chill. As a matter of fact, fuck, I was supposed to have somebody come. This would have been a good one for them to come through and check out too.
Is somebody supposed to come over?
Intern.
Yeah,
An intern?
yeah, coming
Like
up
a real
there.
intern? Oh, like an actual intern? Those people are fun.
Nah, not a real
Like a
one.
newbie? like greenhorn people.
We trying to expand the brand a little bit and do some different shit. So
Okay.
I'll tell you off air.
Expansion's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, we could talk about. Well, we're gonna talk about the main one first. We're gonna talk about this week's event. As a matter of fact, the Show Me Glass show first.
Yeah, that's what we need to stay on topic. Absolutely.
See? Didn't even discuss that yet. We gotta talk about that one first, and then we'll talk about the other shit a little bit later. But
that's
talk about
this weekend. That's this weekend.
That's right. That's why we gotta talk about it. Look at you.
Holy smokes! That's this weekend. There's people coming in for that from all over the place. It's a lot, and so it's game time now.
That's right.
So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. The venue's really sweet. You know, like there was a lot. We've been to a lot of events there.
Yeah,
and that's that floor alone is cool. And in the daytime, you get a nice view downtown. And SLU, I guess, is on the other end. What's on the other side of that? You can see the big top, that big.
Yeah, no, that's like that's facing towards the north side of.
They're all like, you want the big top,
Area?
Huh?
Or is it Midtown technically? Or
Yeah, so I guess
Midtown.
west.
yeah,
You would say?
It's technically Midtown.
yeah. It's like Central West End technically.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No, this is
like
mid.
right-
You're at
It's
Midtown.
like right before. Yeah, it is like Midtown.
This is Midtown.
But it's like right before Central West End, though.
Central West End starts at like Sarah
Is it really?
or Vandeventer.
Okay, I was
That
about to
would
say
be
Vanderbilt, I thought.
Yeah.
And then you have like the Vanderloo neighborhood.
Oh, wait. So
district.
then what's Boyle then?
Huh?
Boyle would be still.
Well, it would be
was
Central West End.
okay. So then where does the West End start at?
I thought it starts at Vandeventer because it does that weird T cut off, like right at Page, where all the money goes away.
Well, nah, because then we're going the wrong way then. Because Boyle is going towards the city.
Well, cuts over through Central West End pretty heavily, though, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, no. So I was saying from like Midtown to the West End, where does it start? Like, what's the border? Or is there anything in between?
I'm just watching the tangent at this point. So
I'm just trying to remember. Living
Yeah.
over there, I don't remember much of Central West End.
Don't mind this Midwest talk that we're doing right now. Trying to act like it's really important, like anybody knows what the fuck we talking about.
I love tangents, and so
I had to think about it for a second. I'm like,
It's like when you're trying to figure out an actor and you don't just Google it.
I totally.
You have to
I-
discuss it for 5 minutes until something
I get
gets posted
caught.
up.
I get caught in them all the time. So I love watching them. I get to see them. I'm like, sweet. It doesn't just happen to me.
no, this is just normal human interaction, yo. It's usually how it goes, dog.
I see. I get really caught on wanting to stay on a topic, in a discussion, and so like there's points where the tangents of the human interaction, which is chaotic, fucking chaotic. I hate being around people at that point. It's just like fuck. Just want to sit down and smoke weed somewhere.
Just be to yourself, true introvert.
Yeah. I've been called that a few times. It's not true. I like to go outside.
Yeah, but by yourself.
I mean, but
It's
I like to
okay.
go around people, but I don't know. I guess so.
But you don't like to interact with people.
I
Just like to be in the
observe.
space of people.
Totally. But I like to talk to people too. Like I want to, there's, I've met a lot of people and their positions in their lives are pretty amazing, and I think that's neat to interact. But I don't know. I don't have a crew, or like, I don't have like people that I call for a routine event. It's like what's going on. Like Nicole is planning the fish show for fish. And so like I get this entanglement of people that I communicate with that like fish specifically. And it's weird. Yeah.
What you'd expect from fish interaction.
I mean, I did Fish Tour and I did Dead Tour, and it's interesting the uniqueness of people that are dedicated to that style of life, because they so are so close together and how that goes. I did Panic Tour too, and that was, again, it's like its own bubble, you know, of like, what drugs do you enjoy? You know, what's your vice? This is your tour. Plug and play, you know, and I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I like music. I like enjoy the bubble. That then there's people that are dedicated to the song, you know, like it's such a weird entanglement to be like, you remember that show that we were at and it was that amazing. You remember that?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Just like the Show Me Glass show.
And that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. No, like, for real, though. Last year was lit. Like,
Was it?
Yeah. I went with my in-laws. Yeah, I had brought my TG at the time. Well, yeah, she still in me at the time. She's still my TG. I'm wild. Shout out TG.
Is she gonna come join us this time?
I gotta find out. Come on, maybe we'll see. Come on. I gotta find out.
Come on, TG.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I gotta get. I guess that's my. Yeah, I guess I do bring a crew around.
That's good. It's good to have a support for a structure. You know, people. Like, that's a good crew to have if they're supportive. You know?
Yeah.
You know, because I've seen crews that aren't supportive of each other, and they just like antagonize the fuck out of each other for no reason.
Yeah.
And that's
no good.
That's, you know, to a point, it's fun. You know, there's fun to be had in that, but like some of it's kind of, you know, it's I don't know, a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Like, you have this great group of people, you know, and you're caught in your bickering instead of building.
Yeah, to me, it's not productive. Like,
no, I don't like the unproductive of it. Like, just the living part. You know, I'm like, I don't like being a part of a herd. You know, like in that path. You know, because like the herds get directed places, and if their demise is early, it's on purpose. You know, and I like a little more control of that, you know. Like, I'm in my own bubble, but like, I don't know. I feel like there's this own chaos and the being a part of different cultures, and you know, marble people are their own. I feel like it's kind of, they're their own people, you know. Like, to be dedicated to make spheres. Everybody's so fucking weird. Like, like, I'm weird, you know, so like I can only expect that, and it's just like everybody is there so uniquely weird, and it's awesome, and it is a fucking treat to experience that in all levels, you know. Like, all these people are fucking, they're so unique and expressive in their own ways, and that is so cool, you know. And they own their individuality, and that's cool too, you know. Like, there are some really very unique characters there that are going to be there this weekend, and the things they create is fucking awesome. Like, Shell Jovan is going to be there. She makes these really cool fucking pendants. She doesn't do much marble work, so she's probably one of the few people there that like doesn't really make marbles, but I just love her. I love her work, and she's local, and so like getting her to display her work is a fucking treat in general, you know.
hell yeah.
Like, that's fucking cool in itself, you know. Like, to get artists that have that stature of commitment, you know, and critique themselves continuously it's daunting for the artists, and it is to know like what these people put themselves through to get to the levels that they're at it's awesome, you know. Like, I love these people. Like, I'm glad that we're having a place to display their work, and I can only hope that we can keep it an annual event. And that's my goal currently, is to keep this Show Me Glass show annual and start bringing in some of the amazing artists that fucking make marbles. Of all fucking things, these people have dedicated their lives to things like making marbles, you know. And I don't think I brought a marble with me even. That's hilarious. Like, so I've lost my marbles.
Damn.
You have a terp top in there in the other room, I
Yeah.
believe. It's on it. Was that an Earl Jr. pipe? Is that what that was?
No, that was that's Jim Glass.
Oh, it's one of Jamie's.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, I don't think she's gonna be here this year. That's
No.
unfortunate. I love Jamie.
Yeah,
She's pretty awesome.
that's the
Like
homie.
her artwork on that she does on the pipes, like that's
Next level.
cool. That's cool stuff. Like she was doing these type of floral pieces on marbles with her attempts. Like the chances that she takes, excuse me, in application, you know, like that's hard. You know, that's respect on that. Like, because there's a high failure in a lot of her work. Like there has to be. Like there's no way that she's trying to do that kind of shit in her work and not losing at like a good chunk of it. You know, like she's probably got a pretty good success rate for certain types of pieces, as we all, you know, we all have our comfort levels, you know, and fuck, dude, like she's a fucking boss in her own right. Like she's one to keep an eye on. Her work is going to get, it's going to get good.
Yeah.
It's really good now.
Yeah.
And so it's only going to get better. And so she's one of those people.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And
I
so,
fuck with her heavy.
you know, there are people that get, you know, they get comfortable where they're at, and they just, you know, you see them later, and they're deep in, like, there's this outward questioning, like, was this enough? Do I want to do something different? And I, you know, I can see that that can be problematic at times, you know, because you don't think you're doing enough, and like something, you know, like nobody does it as good as they do. You know, I know I got a buddy that makes these little pipes, fucking no on glass, dude. Like he gets questioning like that, dude. I love his work, dude. No, like he makes his little work is clean as fuck, dude. Like for what it is, the tool that it is, they're what they're supposed to be, and they are fucking clean. Like they're some of the cleanest like pieces that I see in the industry. Like in his market range of what he does his work, like it's fucking impressive. Like I love his pieces.
That's what's up.
Like they're awesome. I mean, he's gonna be there. He's being there. I hope he makes some marbles. Like, because last year he didn't even make marbles to come. And so I hope he can put some marbles on the table this year.
He just brought pipes.
He brought his little group of pipes. So, and I love his pipes. So like that's where I'm at with it. Like he brought him to a marble show though, and so
Brought his pipe to the marble show. Huh?
you know, I
I mean,
mean,
it sounds fitting. It only matches.
I make pipes too. I'm gonna put pipes on my table. You know, I mean, I make pipes too. Like that's just, you know, for the Show Me Glass show where we want marbles as the focus. Because fucking marble makers are fucking weird people, and I love that shit.
No, like honestly, like the whole yeah, you're right. The whole community period, honestly. Y'all are an interesting bunch of people. I have yet to meet like a person that's in the glass arts community that, because I look at it as like you're a marble maker, but there's gonna be so many other people there.
Totally.
So it's just like I look at it as I know you specify as a marble maker, but I look at you as just like a glass person in general because you do all jacks of the trade.
Yeah, I mean, I make. I've definitely tried to make a few other things.
But you're not bad at it though.
There are things that I make that I've made a lot of, and so I feel like those look better. And then there are things I haven't tried as much, and you know, they'll need where their work is due to how many times I haven't done it yet. You know, I mean,
emphasis on it.
So right, you know, I don't. If in those occurrences when like it's really cool if I'm working with somebody directly, because then and if they can be present for at least some of it, so we can get through. There's, you know, because that has its own walls to take on a commission work of anything. Like there's products that could be made by a glassblower, and there are guys that crush out that kind of stuff and like suck at that. Like, I've done it a few times. Like pipe work was a lot easier, you know, because there's just the staple products. Those staple products are changing, you know, like like there's you know, with the rise of hash and the way it is in culture, like there's product changing. Like everybody's going battery operated. I don't much care for that. So
no, I still like my old. I like my pieces, yo. I like my rigs. Like that's just where I'm at in life. I don't know. I like the old school shit.
I've got a clear rig at the house. Seth made it. Seth Bickus. He's a marble maker. He took a few goblet classes, and he makes some really nice vessels that are really cool. And he got a new arm piece, or maybe it was a lathe. Maybe it was a lathe he bought, but he's able to get some size. You know, he's been putting out like 4 and 5 inch marbles. Maybe he hasn't hit 5 inch yet, but I know he's seen a couple over 4 or around 4. And that's big heat. Like in general, just to be around that.
The title of this episode is about to be crazy. Just flat out marbles.
You got to be crazy, you know.
No, just like there's so many innuendos with marbles that have just like ran across this.
We can go into any direction, really.
As soon as you said vessel, I thought about ships, and you're talking about how big fucking marbles are, and then when you started going into the inches, all I was thinking about.
It goes left to right very fast. Very fast.
Hey man, this shit is way
in to out, up to down. You know, it's a lot. You know, you can go linear or you can go inward to really dive into the depths of what you can dream, and or you can keep it very topical and plain.
Now this is why he be wanting to be in that shed by himself.
Yeah. I've had
you got passion for this shit, dog.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Marble's a toy.
Oh yeah.
It's basic. Oh, we're
gonna try to
open up this cap junkie stuff. Yeah, I want to see this. Fuck my white truffle. I hate this fucking plant. Damn.
Nah, that shit hit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't good weed. This was good weed. I'm just gonna fucking stop that. That was good. That came out good. I was really
damn music man.
That was my first major.
See, I'm good with that. Hey man, I'm getting good at this, huh? Call back.
I wanted to see what this cab junkie fucking shit was, dude. Like, I get excited about it because there's so much work that goes into selection, you know, like, and like for people, I'm somewhat jealous of people that have the space for it.
That's an airtight seal.
Yeah,
it was fucking hard to get open, is what it was. Was I supposed to unscrew this?
Yeah,
is this screwing? Oh, it totally is. Fucking hell.
Oh, yo, when we replay this, you gotta slow mo that. We definitely gotta put a flag on the play with them. Damn.
You know, it's good weed. I was hoping to be more impressed on the open though. That's good.
What does that mean?
You know, like, dude, seriously, like when we're like, all right, fucking, like, all right, like take it back in the day, like you knew when the dope man showed up. All right, like pardon my language, you know, yeah, like subject, you know, like because you could smell that motherfucker from the goddamn street. Like some of that, you know, like when like you open up a fucking jar of weed, you should be like, it should fucking smack you in the face. Like, and I all right, I'm gonna go on a little tangent myself. Like packaging, like people are losing their fucking mind with this brand packaging bullshit. All right, because this is the fucking like there's so much that like you waste on fucking money. You're paying somebody fucking else to tell you how to fucking show you what to show off your fucking work. Like the weed is good. Let the fucking weed be good. Like this fucking packaging shit and wasting all your fucking money, and you got to charge other people money to cover your ass for fucking all this shit. The fucking it's like not half of it's not, you can't even reuse it. You can throw it away. It's fucking garbage. Fucking
Ben Burr, everybody.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I get really bent out of shape over packaging.
Shout out We Supply Medical on this edit that I got to make. God damn.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean anything, you guys. Your weed does smell really nice, and I want to smoke some of it.
Hey, man, you're not allowed to take shrooms before the show no more. You're officially cut off.
Like, that's not, you know, I don't want to anything disrespect to anybody that has to do what they're doing to present their work, because that's what the society is saying, that they have to, steps that they have to take to perform all those said actions and to stay within their regulated bubble to be able to get their exposure to market.
Yeah, because you
and
also...
I respect that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me feel any better about it personally. And it's nothing personal to the companies and what they represent or the quality of the product that they put in their products. I still have my opinions about it, and I'm going to share them from time to time.
I'm not. You're allowed to, but there's a way that you do it. That's all. You're very...
I know. It's very... There's a bubble you're supposed to stay in there. And just... Like, I know.
This bubble talk. This is nothing but high talk.
Dude, like, so... I think that bubbles are a good way to describe everybody's position, because there's you know, bubbles interact, they cross over, they touch each other, they don't touch each other, you know, like, because there's a like a, you know, it's escape of reality on that.
That sounds great. I feel like you're kind of minimalizing people's opinions and thoughts. That's kind of,
you know, it's that. But it's not, it's bubbles are so much more complex once you understand how a bubble can even exist.
I'm listening.
You know, like the scape that they're holding can burst in just an instant. All right. And the fact that they're being held together by a bond of I don't understand. I don't have the science language in my brain to break it down to all of it. But there's complex chains that are going into place that make a bubble exist in general. All right. Reality in anybody's in perspective is individual. All right. And so like it's equally as fragile as a fucking bubble.
Right.
All right. And there is so much beauty in that. And there are people that are so afraid of that bubble popping, you know, and the bubble's going to pop.
Right. Right.
Are you ready? You know, like that's,
I get what you're saying.
You know, it's not, that's, you know, like bubbles, people are beautiful. Bubbles are beautiful. Like we'll catch them in the light. They look cool. Like eat psychedelics and look at bubbles. They look even cooler, you know? Like I go to this music festival down south, Hillberry. Shout out to DHP. The fucking John does some fucking amazing events. They had this bubble guy, and he had this fucking, I don't even know how big it was. It was big. Fucking like had like fucking all the size bubbles, and he'd stick this thing in a fucking kiddie pool full of bubble mix, And like, dude, like every kid in the fucking festival was just like fucking at this dude, and they were just like a sea of bubbles. And you see all of this chaos coming into play, and it's the childlike wonder of it. And there's all the kids wondering, haha, you know, and it's so overlooked by adults. All right, you know, you get caught up in reality, and reality in itself is just a goddamn bubble. And it's meant to be enjoyed. Is the only argument I won. I went to, full disclosure, I had to take a domestic violence class with, you know, and this lady was a piece of iron, what I tell you. Like, you had to understand your language. Any word you use, she'd define it. Definite. She didn't understand the word, you had to define it. Even if you did or not, she wanted a definition.
Yeah, because she wants to know that you're not just talking out of your ass.
Absolutely. And like, I agreed with her, you know, like fucking like, and she wanted
you to be accountable for your actions.
Oh my God, I had to write a book of definitions.
I don't know, man. It kind of seemed like this kind of simple shit. I don't know.
And she was wanting me to be aware of the words that I was using, make sure that I was using them correctly. Full disclosure, I never used any of the language I used incorrectly. All right, and that was.
But what was the intent behind it, though?
So, like, well, I mean, but you're in there, like, you're trying to justify your position, all right? And any, like, everybody just wants their fucking, like, their selves to be right, all right? Like, you want to be right. Me, I have been wrong so many times, I don't care. You know, don't fucking care. I'm going to displace my position. It's not about being wrong or right for me anymore. Right. You know, it's just, this is my position. Mm-hmm. You know, it is what it is. This is where we're at. This is what I've dealt. Mm-hmm. You know, this is the wrong, right. Here we are. Mm-hmm. You know, okay. And so,
but do you feel like there's any, is there any possibility that what you feel and what you know, depending on what somebody else may have to offer in that moment, or maybe from their experience, that could possibly shed a different light or a different perspective that could possibly put you on to something a little bit different, and maybe not necessarily change your stance or what it is you feel or your opinion, but it could possibly bring a little bit more clarity to a situation that maybe we thought we had ideas on, but maybe it's like it's a little bit deeper than what we even know because of what we've experienced is one thing, but then when somebody else brings something into perspective, it's kind of like, okay, I looked at it from this side, maybe from this other side too. I might not still agree with it, but I can see where they're coming from, or I can see possibly where maybe my stance, it still could be where it is, but I could also see where they're valid in what they're saying too.
Points on the sphere. I specialize in bubble spheres.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like points on the sphere are there's only so much that you can witness, you know, and visualize, and that's why I love making marbles, you know, because there's only so much that you can see on one surface unless it's clear, and so at that point, anything that you see on the one side is magnified on the other side if it's clear at all. Okay, so there's so much play in there, and that can be to your benefit, you know, and that's a life shit, you know, like there's so much play in this world, you know, like how are you gonna play it? All right, like, because you can make it hard. It's fucking hard. Like, I have not chosen an easy path in my fucking life. This is dumb. Like, hindsight, as far as like I'm exactly where I said I was going to be 20 years ago. Like, I said I was going to fucking have you know, being in a partner with a house and fucking 2 kids, 3 kids, you know, fucking with you know, growing my own weed, making marbles that were uncomfortably large for somebody's pocket, you know, that I could easily put a $200 price tag or more on. And I'm like, fucking hey, dude, like, I do all of that, you know. Now, to my success or not, you know, I mean, there are good times, there are bad times. I have to budget everything. Nicole is a fucking hard ass on that budget.
Thank her later though. But
You
at
know,
the same
there's-
time too, like, so man, I had this conversation a lot lately.
All right, introspective. I like this.
Yeah.
Where you at?
Cause I feel like, be real, like, so if you have everything that you wanted, then how did you not get the goal? Maybe what it is that you thought you wanted isn't what you really actually needed, and maybe what you have is what you need. And if you can't even see what it is that you have that you need, how are you even going to be able to get to that other goal?
You know, at this point, it's just,
It's never too late.
it's step by step at this point. You know, like every position is the next position.
Yeah.
You know, like and that's where I'm at in my work. Even is a step by step. Like I've been at where before I was grading a body of work. You know, which is great as an artist. You should put a body of work. You should put that critique down to set where your A quality is. You know, if you're trying to grow in your career, that's the best path, you know, is to continue set your path of where does A lie in your structure and ride that shit hard and not every piece is an A and be okay with that, you know, and just be okay with that just because it doesn't make you happy doesn't mean it's not going to make somebody else happy, you know, and
Not only that, in pursuit.
it's a student. It's, you know, you're in pursuit of understandings, and there's so much that is not understood that I will never understand in my career. And if I can share that information to somebody else who's in their career and is trying to short path their career, because we all, you know, we want to cut corners and stuff, and any information is good information. If you're an artist and you're trying to learn and if you're trying to drive your own style, you know, it's positive to see how other people work. It's, you know, it's rude to take their style and make it and say it's yours. That's shitty. Let's be clear about that. But like, it's good to have an understanding of how they work and their media points and what they create is theirs. You know, if you're going to do something like that, great. Take your lessons, give their acknowledgments. We stand on the fucking shoulders of goddamn giants in any craft that we do. All right, like, we are not unique in this. There was something before us. There's going to be something after us. Like, this is what we were able to give in our efforts to this craft, and it's some cool shit going on in what we're experiencing. So, like, like, I mean, I've seen so much development in our industry, you know, and people seen egos rise and fall at this point. It is interesting to see bubbles pop and people have their fits, you know, like, I did not. My child fits all the fucking time. So watching adults do it, I'm just like, you need a nap.
You go sit down somewhere,
You know,
take a break.
you know, take a breath. You know, your feelings are valid, just not towards anybody else. All right.
See, I don't even like to even say that people's feelings are valid all the time, because sometimes, what the fuck you talking about is fucking dumb.
I'm not. Yeah,
Like,
I will agree with that.
yeah,
you know,
motherfuckers
but
need to be told.
all right, like, so okay. We're again. That's dual expressive. We're allowing at that point their outburst to affect our position. You know, and my position is, you know, and he challenges that with every fucking fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what those damn things are, is just a fucking challenge. It's like one of the hardest fucking lessons I have to deal with is this fucking toddler. You know, because it's just, there's just, you know, they're learning. They're learning so much.
Yeah.
See, he's stealing my conversation. conversations again. Did you see that? Little fucker.
Because he wants to be like you. That's a good
There's
thing.
lessons. So he got into the shop the other day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was
He was
asking you about that too.
he was pushing one of the chairs over up to the workbench so he could climb up and work on the workbench, and that's exactly what he wanted to do. And so I picked him up, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? And he went over and he grabbed a fucking rod of glass and stuck it in the area of the torch. And so I didn't have any oxygen, and I turned the propane on, and he's like fucking doing it up. I'm like, here you go. 2. He already wants to go to the dangerous places and do the dangerous things that are.
Why are you shocked by that though?
I mean, I'm not. I'm not that
He is daddy's son.
that he wants to do. I mean, he wants to experience life. That's 2-year-olds, and so I'm not surprised by the fact that I go into this box and he sees me go into this box and there's a big bright light and I'm working in front of. I mean, like that's got to be awe-striking to somebody new to the world, and you're new to the world for a long time. And by the time you're not new to the world, you're not even that old.
Yeah. But could it just be that he's just watching his dad do something?
I mean, sure, we could break it down at that level, but like, these things are amazing at that level, and keeping that childlike wonder at any stage should be the goal.
Yeah.
He's appreciating his childhood now. Like, people should still do that. Like, that's the game in this world, is the childlike wonder. Keeping that. Marbles represent that. There's art that gets trapped in marbles, and that's childlike wonder.
Yeah. That's the one thing, like, I know it's funny to watch you. Like, even though your heart is, like, stone cold right now, it's like a little icy. You see the goodness in you through your little one. Like, that's where you see, like, all the realness. You see the vulnerability and all of that.
Okay. Do I look that crass or something? Like,
it's not a
do I
look.
feel stone? Do I have a stone look or something? Or
No, it's not your look.
Like,
it's your attitude.
oh, what's my attitude? Like,
It's like walls. Everything is a spear. Everything is not real. This isn't reality. You're the angry old man.
is that what it is? The angry old man. I mean, there's a lot of disappointment, I feel like, that comes into yourself once you've come into these understandings of position. I have chosen this path.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That is not, and I can leave this path anytime that I want.
Yeah.
Regardless of anything, but I have chosen this one.
Exactly. You could, but you got to think about the bigger responsibility that you put upon yourself now. So you really can't.
So the show is, I like, there's a few things that is going on with the show. Is one is I really don't like not being invited to the party in the glass industry, and so I was just like, where we grew up, all right, here in Missouri, all right, if you did not get invited to the party, you threw a bigger one,
Show 'em.
and so you threw your own party to show people what's going on. If you can't fucking show me, and so, all right, well, here we are. All right, it's the Show Me Glass show. Like, I've met some of the most amazing artists on the fucking planet. And my goal with this show is to give them a platform here in St. Louis to present, and show their fucking work, because they'd make some amazing things. Like, these people, the work that they create and the time that they've put into this craft is fucking impressive, and it deserves to be seen. And anybody that is into that kind of stuff, like, this is the spot to see these people, and some of these places, the conditions, this is the only place you'll ever get like a face to face.
All right, before you go any further,
reckless
though,
people.
I'm about to go grab some papers. Yeah, I'm about to grab some papers, and you're going to have to roll us a joint.
Okay.
Hold on.
I can do that. This is good. Shout out to those guys. They did a good job on this.
Shout out to the boy Wade.
Talk to me.
Down the floor, my
Hold down the fort. Carry conversation. We can have no dead time right now.
say all the stuff that he doesn't want to say. Ain't your grandma's podcast no more.
Huh?
Ain't your grandma's podcast no more.
And who owns podcast? What?
Ain't your grandma's podcast no more.
Ancho.
Ain't yo?
Ancho. Like the pepper?
Is that a pepper?
Ancho. I guess that's.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm on too much cough medicine to actually function.
What kind of cough medicine you taking this evening?
Like
Tussin, you put it in a sock, twirl it out so you get the
was it robo tripping?
robe. Oh my goodness. To be a teenager. I'm so glad I'm not a teenager.
No, I don't know how my liver survived.
I don't know how people could ever say I can't be like, wish I could be a teenager again. Fuck that.
No.
Like
Spinning a fast food check on Benadryl trying to do something.
you got a little tray here we can
I had a job. I was always doing the little Debbie thing. So like,
You've been hard on that for a long time. You still doing that?
8 years old, my boy.
Like that is
I'm getting ready to get into my retirement
my
gig.
goodness.
I know, yeah.
That's a hustle.
Yeah, it's almost 25 years.
Dude, did you finance for any of that? Like as far as outwardly, like, or is this just straight hustle money? Like you seem like a business type. We doing stuff. You got a smile on your face. I don't know how to read that one actually.
This is one of those I'm gonna have to edit this part.
We're editing things now. I'm sorry.
I've always edited things.
Oh, what kind of editing? Like,
Well, that part because that's going a little too specific. The boys might be watching. So
who's the boys? There's boys now.
never mind, man. I know who I'm not doing anything with. I know who will take the 2-piece and a biscuit. That's all I'm finding out right now.
Okay, I'll ride that.
If you read between the lines of what I'm saying,
Yeah.
then you can figure out who the boys are.
Sure. I'm rolling up this weed now.
We have a tray somewhere.
I asked for one. Maybe I wasn't that clear about it.
My bad. I didn't hear that part. Damn. Hold on. I'll be back.
This weed is actually.
All right, talk to him again.
This weed actually breaks up actually really nicely.
I'd say so. Back to talking about deliriants with medical grade. Talking about deliriants again with medical grade cough medicine.
Medical grade. Oh yeah. So you're not putting it in a tube sock and spinning it out of syrup.
I'm gonna think next time when I get bored, just a day off.
That sounds good. That's a nice weed. Heck yeah.
There we are.
These guys did a good job on this. As much as the packaging has ruined the industry for what it is.
It's really good
I feel-
packaging though.
This is nicer packaging. All right. These guys are. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The sweet's pretty nice. You know.
All right. Ooh, my bad. Let me
Breaks
pull my
up
headphones.
nicely. This is what we call dead air. Dead air is bad.
My fault. All right. So while I was gone, what was y'all talking about?
What's up? What were you talking about?
Just talking about cough medicine.
Oh,
mostly.
yeah, cough medicine. Asked him if he was going to put it in a tube sock.
Of course, promethazine.
Like
Anything.
did you ever meet people that did that as a kid? Like took the Robitussin and you put it in a tube sock and then you spun it like to pull the syrup out of the solution. It was like that was the base core robo tripping back in the day. Like it was to get away from all the extra
It's
stuff.
trending on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I shouldn't be telling people how to do this then.
I gotta say, that sounds like a hillbilly science project to me, but what do I know?
Oh, because it's. I'm gonna stop talking. Immediately, like, I'll break down this process because I was a kid once. I know how that works. Like, it's totally kid science. Fucking like, science is fun. Science is real.
I don't know if Dare would have approved, but
Like, no adults approve of that shit. What the fuck? I'm an adult. I don't approve of that shit. Fucking, like, I'm not saying, but I'm not gonna deny it didn't happen either. Like, fuck, I was a teenager once.
Nah, for real. I feel you on that one. I never did that though. I only did weed. Actually, I didn't do weed until I was like my early 20s. So I got drug tested in high school. Wild shit.
Yeah, see, I didn't play sports because they wanted
It wasn't
to drug
because
test.
everybody
and, like,
automatically assumes sports.
And no, I mean, that was where they drug tested at school here.
Oh,
You know,
no.
Where were you at? How would they do it for you when you were a kid?
It was just random.
Just at work? Like for work
Nah.
stuff or in just
No,
at
school.
school?
Yeah.
At random?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah.
Not sports?
No.
Get the fuck out.
Swear.
Fuck hell.
Yeah. And they did the hair test
My
too.
goodness. For real?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of school did you go to? Like,
Private
that wasn't public school.
Nah, it's private school.
Okay. Like, still, that is fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, what the...
It's only drink.
Man, that wasn't strategic. Like, fuck it all, dude. It's probably a Catholic private school, too, wasn't it?
You knew what it was when
Fucking
you
hell.
signed up.
Ridiculous. You know, they talk about drugs so much in the Bible, too. There's actually a couple really interesting things that they play in the Bible. Like,
Burning bush.
well, I mean, not just that. Like, they talk about, you know, like sacraments and like doing things in accordance of how the moon cycles and all that stuff, dude. There's a lot of like interesting, you know, like I'm not a believer, you know, in that meant, but like I read, you know, and like I've read several times. I've read the Bible like I'm on my third time.
Damn.
It is a dull book. There's some very interesting things in the book as a text. As anybody who's a believer, like they should read it cover to cover, if only for themselves to have an understanding, so that somebody cannot project an opinion of what it is to them. Mm-hmm. All right, like point, you know, because like that book is definitely used as a tool to herd people, and it is evident throughout its text that it is meant to be a tool of power in several points. You can either direct yourself or you can direct people, and it is an incredible book at that level.
Best weapon in slavery.
It's a dull book. It's no wonder nobody reads it. Fucking. Like, I can see why, because there's so much. Like, well, that's its own episode. Mm-hmm. We could get into some really depths. I'm gonna go back to rolling this duty instead of running my mouth like this.
Nah, you good, because that's some fire talk right there. But while he rolling up, shout out to the homie Eddie, aka STL Kush Couture. He had actually sent me a package.
I love Eddie.
Yeah, it's the homie, yo. And so
He's a good kid.
he sent me some cards, and they're by Planet Ganju. So I figured I'd open them up on there. I haven't even opened these yet.
Are these like just like current collectible cards, like baseball cards, like Magic card? Is that a collectible thing still?
Yeah, so then, should I open these?
Yeah, that's the exciting part. Like there's like the, you know, like unless you're getting like packs, I feel like the, you know, at this point the excitement to open them. We're doing it on camera, so like.
Oh, I'm doing my first unboxing, yo.
Like that's it's like whipping it out, you know. It's always a first time.
Like how they be doing on them little YouTube channels and shit. How the youngins do.
What do they just have the unboxing?
Yeah.
I got a glassblower friend of mine does that for Magic cards. He has
really?
It's like whole boxes, and like he's like a retailer, I think, for him. I think. He just posted a fully worked plunger.
Okay, I'm trying to be fancy with the package. I didn't want to break the packaging, so that's why it's taking a minute for me to do it. But y'all, I'm sure y'all enjoy
Yeah,
all
it
this
was opening. Like opening's the fun part. You didn't damage the cards. That's the important part.
Facts. All right, let's see this pre-release bounty card.
So are these like what in the hell?
A 9-pound starship.
Looks like a marble.
10,000. Damn, that gonna look dope though.
That is neat.
Like
It's a Death Star looking thing, isn't it? With flowers on it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that in the thing.
The foiling.
I see it's going
fun.
crazy. Yeah,
That's fun.
Holographic.
yeah. What else is in here? Oh shit, they got like little Wii monsters and shit. A Dutch Hawaiian. Oh, so I guess it's like strain names, and I guess they got little. That's hard, Joe.
Oh, so 9-pound starship. Okay, so I
That's
get it.
hard.
I get it.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, this is endless.
This some G shit. Master Kush. Oh, that's tight, yo. Yo. Shout out Eddie. This is hard, yo.
Those are fun.
I'm about to see where this company is. We might have to try to get them on the show. This is dope.
Those are neat.
I need them to explain this shit. Ooh, we got some pine berry straw apple. This mug looks crazy. This is like if one of them it's like one of the offspring from that sausage party orgy.
The first time I went to jail was over Master Kush on this.
Oh, really?
Master Kush. Strawberries. Strawberry, pine berry, straw apple.
I guess I won't be a hater.
Angry.
You might have to take that one home then, the Master Kush one.
These are neat cards. Bounty pack.
Ooh, Ghost Train Haze.
That one's cool looking too.
They got some good strains in here too, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Rockstar. I've never had that.
Rockstar.
All right. Buffalo Shaman.
New player on the table. Interesting. So, like, is this just like an interpretation? I'm like, what's max potency 10,000? All right. So, like, aside, these are neat.
Yeah.
You know, fucking the artwork on these things are fucking cool.
Impeccable, yo. And the house got that that holographic flair to it.
Sure.
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
That's hard, yo.
Foil. Like a foil packaging or whatever.
So, Kim Dog. Oh,
There you go.
that's hard. Yeah, man.
Interesting.
The Jester.
This guy lives in southern Colorado, the Chem Dog.
Really?
Yeah, he's a glass blower.
Really?
The Chem Dog glass. Like
Huh.
he likes to take a lot of credit in the industry to he had
Strain.
Chem Dog. And there's like two in the whole Ken Dog line. There's an East Coast cut, and then there's the Colorado cut. The Colorado cut's glass blower.
I feel like I've heard about this guy before.
I've met him a couple times. He's a nice guy.
Grape Ape.
I met a guy named Grape Ape once. He was big. He's still a big guy. He's still around.
All right, this is kind of scary. I don't know. Don't give no more descriptions.
Oh, that's awfully personal. I didn't know it was like that.
Was I wrong though?
I wasn't like, he was tall. I don't know.
I'm trying to help you out. Shit, I'm trying to make sure you get this glass show off the ground. Shit, I'm trying to make you not get canceled.
What
You
is
welcome.
going on? What is Hero Juana. Oh yeah. It's like, it looks like the Hulk and what was the fucking Doom? That's purple robe and
Yeah, the mug
they
go, yo.
mixed a couple comic book characters.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I kind of know what you're talking about. Like that Spider-Man, that dude on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That kind of does look like the Green Goblin a little bit.
Yeah. Interesting. So are these just like collectible cards? Is it like for a game that's going to be like
I don't know.
10,000?
I gotta find out now.
What's the potency? Is there a more than 10,000 potency?
I don't know.
Confused.
I don't know how this stuff works. I couldn't tell you, dog.
Okay. They're cool looking. I'll go that far.
I agree.
I like this doobie. I hope this art comes from people. 'Cause they're fucking cool.
Well, that's 2020. This is from 2023, so.
This is last year. So
Yeah, AI wasn't. Yeah, AI wasn't popping like that.
Wasn't? Is that a new thing?
This AI shit, yeah. Isn't that kind of like, when would that have been? Like late or early 2023?
A little later. Like this year, it's just completely went off the rails.
Is it this year?
Yeah, this year.
That's already just this year?
Yeah.
That wasn't last year.
Not really.
Last year was a lot of like deep fakes and you had Will Smith eating spaghetti and those type of weird videos.
I feel like I'm caught in a time bubble all of a sudden. Really?
Yeah.
That was the deep fake was last year?
When it's like fully started, like everybody can get their hands on it type thing. That's when it kind of blew up.
So all right.
This year it's just like such a wildfire.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, especially with the Taylor Swift stuff. You're trying to sue whoever made the deepfakes of Taylor Swift and porn and all this other
What?
stuff.
There's this stuff actually. That's hilarious. So they're just making. Okay.
Yeah, Rule 30. Is it Rule 34?
Okay.
Yeah, Rule 34. If you could think it, there's a porn of it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like fun. You know, like, you know, that's like interesting. I mean, I guess everybody has their niche. I mean, people want to be pissy about it. They can. That is their God-given right.
I mean, how would you feel if somebody was just out here being a impersonator of you in some pornos?
I mean, if that's what they need.
Out here slinging glass.
You know, I mean, sure. Like, if that's what they got to do. I mean, I make marbles. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. They're recreating the
they've
scene.
made something that looks like me. They get to see me naked. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, like
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what if somebody was doing a parody porn of you and they would just sit up there? They got the Scully on, deep mad. They're up there acting like they're putting on some. They're making some marbles and shit. Some lady comes in and she's like, "Oh, I love the way you make your marbles." And then he's just like, "Oh yeah, well, let me show you some other big marbles." Scene.
that's hilarious.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it's so hilarious. Yeah, that was exactly hilarious. Like, oh my god. Somebody put time into that shit, and that's the direction they chose to put in. And I'm like, that's fucking funny.
Just came with that in 10 seconds. So imagine what somebody would have came with some thought, yo. Hey man, we about to come for our Woody. About to play this out.
That's good weed.
All right, so who we gonna get to play you?
To play me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would cameo and what? What are we doing?
It is not a parody.
A parody?
Yeah, but y'all do parody porn.
Parody porn.
Yeah, not real porn.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know any actors. I don't know who's in the industry now. Do people are like famous people or like actual industry people? What are we getting at here? Like,
this is a great question, yo. I wonder if anybody's ever thought about that. Like, who would be, if you were to have a porno done after you, who would be the actor that played you, yo?
I mean, that's a booming industry, like in itself. The adult industry, like they have their own industry events.
I know.
That's fucking.
Oh, yeah, AVN. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yo. AVN.
Yo.
And then there's a what the fuck's it called? Exotica. That's the other one.
Hey,
like
that's the most time it's talked this year, yo. He busted that out of nowhere. He said, "Yo."
I mean, he's a film guy, so I can't imagine he wouldn't know what that is.
For the artistry of it, actually.
Like,
I watch porn for the technical aspect.
I'm sure that's something as you're jerking the gherkin. I'm sure that those are things that might come up because you're a video guy.
Yeah,
like,
some guys think about baseball.
He's over there like, damn. If they had to just
Like,
tilt
I
that
totally
camera just a
look in the
little bit to
background to see if there's anything cool on their walls. Or like,
left. He's looking for light placement.
like, what do they decorate with? That's what I want to look at. Like,
The art director.
I'm like, there's so much there's so much homemade stuff out there now. Like, it's not even industry anymore. It's just like people's living room.
Independent filmmaking.
Like, let me show you my collection. like, what has happened? Like,
Yo, bro.
filming right now. Look, it's live. You know, like, wow, it's amazing.
Shit. Damn, yo.
What people do to take a turn.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. You know, what a time to be alive.
Hey, man. Funny shit, yo.
I make marbles and sell them. Like, anything is possible, dude. Seriously.
Nah, for real, though. I mean, I'm sitting up here.
Toy.
I got strangers coming to my house every week to smoke weed.
Like, when we were kids, that was not an option. Like, 150 fucking %. Like, that was not an option. Like, there'd be somebody's beating on the door. I mean, like, what the fuck's going on here? You know, like, we're gonna wreck the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, turn and burn. Somebody's going to jail, and if not, we're taking whatever's here. You know,
Oh, shit.
that's good.
Gas.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Fucking Cab Junkie and Peach Rings, like, that's some fucking. Those guys have put in time. Peach Rings is some old school stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, Peach Rings was down. Like, that was Colorado. Fucking, I feel like Colorado stuff back in a long, long ago.
Oh, yeah, my dog ain't no chump with this shit. He really do it. Try to wave, for real. Now, this part I can keep.
This part you can keep.
I'm kidding. I'm leaving it all in. Fuck you. I'm leaving it all in.
Go unedited.
I am. Shit.
Yeah. Bare all. You know, I mean,
We need this shit to go out.
I can't say that I don't say dumb things, because I definitely have said some dumb things in my life. You know, I don't regret majority of it. You know, I don't think I've ever really tried to put myself in a position, though, that is challenged something at a level that. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to fight anyway. That's not my purpose. I'm not there to prove my authority or my dominance. I've come in contact with all of those people in my life. You know, there's people out there that have to be reaffirmed that they are number one. You know, and it's whatever. Yeah. You know, and I'm you know, if that's where they need to be on their life, I'm not going to judge that. You know, if they're not in my way, I don't care. Yeah. You know, but I've definitely come across all of those individuals that ego is the driving force, the external search for power, which is weird. I don't like external search for power. We are power. Yeah. Like, we're fucking kings and queens. People should behave as such.
But that's kind of like I mean, to me, that's kind of...
And not in a royalty sense. Let me go deeper on that. All right. Because people take that terms of that as the royalty sense. I'm not taking that as the royalty sense. I'm taking that on the level of responsibility sense. All right. That is totally overlooked on a visual level, because we all see through politics and television and stories about how kingdoms work. Disneyland's a fucking kingdom. All right, they do it right. That shit's awesome. Like, all right, like, treat yourself as the body of a kingdom. It is not, you know, like, you know, you want to be egotistical about all that. Like, you can direct any way you want. Your outcome is going to be the way you direct it. You know, like, how do you want to play this game? Life is a fucking game. Is the only argument I won in that domestic violence class. And it was like a 3-week battle. Love that woman. She was awesome. Look. The people in that class were shitty, dude. Like, fucking, like, dude, seriously, like, the people that she had to put up with, like, my fucking goodness, they were
Needed to be there.
dumb shit. Yeah, they fucking needed. Like, I could not believe some of that shit that come out their mouths. I'm like, you say that out loud? Like, you really believe that? Like, I almost got into fights with them. Like 2 or 3 of the guys there. I'm just like. I was astounded that they would even just talk like that. I'm like, you're a real fucking person? Like, holy fuck. How can you be that fucking stupid? You know, like.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
You come across types every once in a while. You're just like, wow. Like, what missed your bubble in the gene pool? Because, like, come the fuck on, dude. We're 2024. Trash can goes in the fucking receptacle. All right, it's even divided nowadays. Like, you can organize it. Fucking trash is organized. Most places even do it already. You just got to put it in the right fucking colored bin. Is that so fucking hard?
You're talking about recycling right now?
I mean, that's its own fucking problem. All right, I understand. Its own problem. All right, I understand St. Louis has its own problems.
You mean just
And
the world in general?
it's only been, honestly, seriously, on that note, let's be clear. They've only publicly admitted to X amount of that bubble. All right. Just because they had their own trucks doesn't mean it wasn't going to the same fucking pile. All right. Like,
that's my point.
Like, they weren't they just because you're organizing it. But that's double-edged sword. All right. As an economy, all right, a consumer economy, how we consume dictates. All right. And if anything is an economy, how you consume is your biggest weapon out there right now, because most people don't have a weapon. You're caught up in debt and fucking everything. That's the reality of your bubble that you're doing, raising kids, fucking going to work, paying bills, like all of it. It's fucking exhausting. Everybody's fucking dealing with it. It's fucking overwhelming, you know, but like how you consume is, you know, that bubble, that trash pile doesn't have to be as big. All right. And that starts in the house first. You know, like, I don't shop in the interior aisles for a reason. I don't like, you know, I make things from scratch, you know, like I do shit the fucking hard way often. And it's not because that it's, you know, like it tastes better. You know? Yeah. There's less garbage. Yeah. If I want to go, I hate getting delivery, you know, like this is somewhere where me and Nicole bicker, you know, she in the that toddler again taking over conversations always gets in the way of me going out to dinner. And so, but as a consumer, going out to dinner is less waste. All right. Like you're not bringing in all that fucking garbage that's going straight out to the dumpster. All right? And you're not keeping any of that. The only thing I'm keeping are those fucking quart tubs from the soup place. Those things are great. I'm breathing too loud in the microphone. It's annoying me.
This dude here, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth.
Nah, this is funny, yo. Like, you as a new father, yo, this is like, you need to be on somebody's stage, yo.
Not a new father. Like, this is my second kid. You know, like, fucking,
yeah, okay.
Like my first son, dealing with a boy. All right, boys are chaotic. Girls are nice and organized. Now, that said, all right, I say that they're organized. I have a friend who has twins and twin girls, and one is a straight up slime looking off the wall, and the other one is organized and like cleans up after herself. It is like yin and fucking yang in the land of crazy. I have to be around all these people now with kids. It's gross. So unsanitary.
You have a kid.
I know. They're unsanitary creatures. So unsanitary. Fucking gross. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. They leak themselves everywhere. He's pooped on the floor twice. See how he's taking over conversations again.
Yes, you. Don't put that on my dog, man. That's you.
Nah, dude, like he's absorbing my life, so obviously he's gonna come up with conversation a lot because like he's a big part of the life right now. So
because
he's in it. He's in it to win it. I'm right there with him. And so I'm like, great.
That's why I think it's funny, yo. You're like the old new dad, like with the new like with the.
I don't have to. I don't have the chaos of being in my 20s and 30s. Like there's so much dumb shit that you deal with in your 20s and 30s. Like seriously, like having kids in your 20s is hard. Like I had Starlet when I was in my late 20s when I had Starlet. Like we were, we were in the middle of like deciding whether to move to California or fucking Colorado. Like we were driving back and forth to fucking both, trying to find houses and stuff. Like moving to California, like you say you're gonna move to Northern California and you go looking and you're like, well, we'll believe you when you get here. Mm-hmm. That was the attitude that I got. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, well, when you get here, we can solve this. I'm like, well, I have money to pay for a lease now. I'll come back. They're like, well, when you get here, really? Like, all right, fine. And that was what I dealt with when trying to move to California, and then what, I got in trouble, and then I was kind of forced to move to Colorado, and I had friends at least that helped me find a house, and that was great, and that was awesome, and that was, and all of this with raising Starlet, and me and her mom were whoo. We'll leave it at that. Just whoo. And so like that's we're both of us are dealing with a lot personally. Mm-hmm. Like there's things that we're in our generation that we're coming to terms with in the lands of trauma.
Yeah, just like being young in your 20s, like.
I mean, there's so much that you're taking on as your freedom of adult responsibility, having to maintain. Like now with bringing in youth, like having to maintain for other people. Like there's so much going on and all that, and like, man, people aren't ready for that shit. Like regardless, and I mean, I don't care how much money you have. Like, if you have money, it definitely can make it easier if you don't waste it. Mm-hmm. Because that's the easy come, easy go.
Right.
It's a fucking tool.
Right.
Most people swing that shit like they're wiener, and it's not cool. Mm-hmm. And it's like, fuck, man. Like there's like that's a very underutilized tool.
Yeah.
And if you know how to use it, like. Easy come, easy go, or easy come, easy build.
Yeah.
You can build freedom out of that. Not debt.
Yeah.
Debt's a different kind of box.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a box that gets deep. I don't think that people like, you don't realize that those bindings, can be heavy. Mm-hmm. And not just, and that's a mental weight, a lot of that, because money is its own. I mean, we could get really deep on the whole concepts of income and value and money, and like it's just, tool.
Yeah.
Tool.
I mean, that's all subjective. Like, I feel like it should be a tool. I feel like you shouldn't. I feel like people value money way too much, and they don't.
People idolizing wealth. That's different. You're the money is a tool that signifies wealth. All right, I'm not. I liked hearing it. What the fuck? Who said it? Somebody said it. It was cool. They're like, I don't have wealth in those things. Like I'm rich in other things in life. Like and like coming into my 40s, having an understanding of that. It's hard. It's not an easy concept to grasp because like I have to budget everything. Like I don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like I make enough. I make enough to keep doing what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah. But so like that's what I was saying earlier. So like, I'm 31 right now, and like I feel like, I've had moments where I've definitely made more money than what I'm making now. But I'm my happiest now because I'm actually in pursuit of what it is,
Sure.
of my purpose. And like, oddly enough, like now that I'm actually like just happy with what it is that I have and what I'm doing, everything is falling into place. Like
Right.
everything is literally like
Being a student's fun. You know.
You got to enjoy the journey though, and you got to just like. That's why sometimes like I'll sit back and like I'll look back on like the moments and just appreciate like how far I've come, like where I started and where I am now.
Sure.
And just be like, damn, just think about like you started with a fucking handheld and now look like we're doing like the second annual Show Me Glass show in my new space. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this shit is different. Like, shit's been evolving. Like, shit, we got Riverfront article in the fucking background. Like, did the 100th episode. Like, all these things are like something that's had
Steps.
Yeah,
Steps in the journey.
exactly.
You know, all roads lead to one place. You know, and every road has its path, and they're cool.
Yeah,
And sometimes, you know, it's cool that some paths come together, many paths cross at once. You know, it's a step in the journey. You know, you can build blocks. You know, or you can pave ways. You know.
sometimes the inspiration you need though is just simply looking back at what you've done, so that you can actually appreciate it and then see where you. Sometimes where you need to go is where you're already at.
Yeah, you know.
And you build from there.
That's always how it is. You know, there's so much that you can dig in and make chaos of it all. All right, you know, and trying to single out a path and all that it can be intimidating.
Yeah,
You know,
like lately I've just been kind of like I had an overall goal, but now that I'm getting closer to what it is that I actually want to do, I'm doing less about trying to take actual like this is the step that I need to take and this is that step that I need to take. Now I'm just more so like, all right, I know the things that I need to do to maintain what it is that I'm doing and to elevate to these other things. Some of this shit that I don't want to do, now it's actually like I'm at the point now where it's like I don't give a fuck about doing it because it's like as long as it's not me losing anything integrity wise, and it's more just like it could be frustrating for me. It could just be like something that like could be stressful, but it brings things that I need to go ahead and provide to make this actually go off and do what it needs to do, so that I never have to go back this time. Like, that's the type of steps that I'm trying to make now. It's just understanding, like, this is why you're doing this, because you're never trying to go back. But if this puts you in position to go and do the things that you want to actually do, go ahead and do this to get to that point, so then you never have to come back. Because now you see the steps is why you have to keep on coming back. It's because you keep on doing temporary things because you're uncomfortable or you're upset. Stay in this and really find the true purpose as to why it is that you have to keep coming back. And once you find that, then you'll never have to go back.
that's a lot to take in. Give me a second. You know, on this journey and all this, you come to see things in waves, and sometimes what kind of seems like a step back is more of it's not really a step back, it's more of a step up, you know, because you get this opportunity to see the improvements at a basic level of your path, because you've taken on all this other stuff, you know. Like when I started blowing glass, dude, it was just make it round, you know, mash some shit together. Fucking, this looks cool. All right, if you put dots on it, you can make this pretty star pattern. It looks cool. You can make turtles. Turtles have little spots on them. Make it flat, poke a hole in it. They look nice. Sweet. Easy. Bust one out in like 30 seconds. Well, maybe not that fast, but it's basic.
Right.
A drop pendant, that you see in some hippie shop. It sells for like $10. Like you can bang out like 50 of those in, an hour. You get a good, it's fast. You start seeing, as a support structure, basic steps, become lessons, and it doesn't seem as painful to have to do all those steps hundreds and hundreds of times to take the chance to do something else. And that's where it becomes redundant, and people don't want to take that investment into themselves. They look at it externally for places to support themselves. I think about jobs all the time. I see what's available. Like, what's available under my education? What did I do? Like, I mean, I don't even know where I go for a job a lot of the times. I feel like sometimes I should get a job just to get out of the house. Just to leave for once in a while, besides to go to events. Mm-hmm. I don't go to the bar anymore, really. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Like, hindsight, if you're a drinker, you should take one bar night worth of time or worth of investment of money and invest it into yourself, something positive. Mm-hmm. Anybody in their 20s, that would be my word of advice.
No, for real, though. But also honestly, I kind of feel like, get that shit out in your 20s. Like,
yes.
Because you don't want to.
I'm not saying don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't do it. All right. Like, you're going to do it 3 to 5 nights a week. All right. Like, I'm saying one night, even monthly, is better than nothing of investing that money that you would spend out in the world into something better for later.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tool to build. Yeah. And it's easy come, easy go. We see that in our 20s. We have very little grasp. It's like, it's here, it's available. We're going to go experience life. Life, that is everything. Go live it. And we live it all the ways. and it's interesting perspective to have that freedom to go out in the world. You change your mindsets when responsibility comes into play. Well, you're supposed to anyway. Some people may or may not get that bubble.
It depends on what type of responsibilities you have.
I mean, I'm saying like if you're reproducing,
fair enough. Yeah, if
breeding,
you have kids,
like basic,
okay.
like as complex as parenting and breeding and all that is we'll just basic. It's still basic. It's been happening in our culture, thousands of years. All right,
but it's still not basic though. It's like that's one of the it probably is the most complex thing you can do.
Absolutely. It's something, but it is same basic. It's a simple act of consent, that can bind somebody, and that's from a grower's perspective, when like actually doing some breeding and working with plants, and then kind of seeing how that works in people. It's the same. Like things that have, that's the same chaotic thing that if it's pointed in the right direction, which is what other people that have tried to have external searches for power have done in the past, have tried to be like dictate that this fits this bubble, at that level, and tried to control that on a massive scale, like that's whoa. It's a big whoa there, And it's interesting to see that all play out. I'm trying to circle back here because we're talking about marbles. And so with marbles, getting it around introspective, you can get so deep so fast.
Hallelujah.
That's why I like making marbles. You know, I've gone to different scales of going in to out instead of like thinking at it linearly, which is I love flat Earth believers because at a linear scale on the development, if you stack another of those together, you can make a sphere of sorts. You know, so and it is all of those realities being stacked together, as flat as they may appear to that person, which is, you know, the construct of the bubble. It's an interesting perspective. People shouldn't diss those people as dumb as they look. They don't mean to be.
Yeah.
You know, like I love the perspective on that. As somebody who makes marbles and sees things come to sphere, you know, it's interesting to see how that plays out in reality. It's fun. That fucking people look comically bad when they do it. And it's definitely feel for some of those people, not all of them, just some of them.
So, all right, before we hold on, what time is it? 1:45. Yeah, we almost 2 hours. All right, so
Figures.
All right, before we wrap up, go ahead and give a quick, detailed synopsis of what they can expect at this year's Show Me Glass show.
I got 20 individuals coming in from all over the country to show off marbles specific. These marbles are to be seen and to be purchased. This is a show style table event. We have a cash bar at the table being provided with also Mighty Kind being one of our sponsors. Thank you for that, which was awesome. They brought all our poster work and all our flyer work. That was awesome. What else was I going? The fucking at the Zack that we have also a house DJ Casey Mackey. She's going to be laying house and vibes all afternoon. I've looked her up. She's really good. Like I like her work.
Yeah.
Like she came on recommendation from a good buddy of mine in the industry. So like it was great lineup. It's going to be good. This is not to be missed, and I think it's only growing bigger from year to year. I got room for a few more marble artists to come into play. I'm still capping it at 30. I think this year we have 18 or 19 individuals with us this year that they make amazing work. Flat out, like these are kinds of things that you can see sometimes in a head shop, but nowadays, like I've been walking into head shops, or a dime a dozen seems to be with fresh recreational here in Missouri. It's fucking ridiculous. Everybody's buying off a fucking DH Gate website and being like, I'm a head shop, and fucking it's kind of ridiculous is what it is. Like make yourself look bad fucking coming into industry that's fucking going on for like since 1970. All right, but anyway,
This dude, man.
but anyway, we got a lot of really good artists that are coming in to show off their work this weekend, and it is a total treat to be able to come see these people, and it's only going to get, you know, we may not get some of these people next year, so because we don't know where their life takes them, and if they come back, it's a fucking treat, absolute treat, and I can only hope that people want to see this, because that's dude, these things, to hold one of these marbles in your hand changes your world perspective on things. You know, like get back to that state of play, that childlike wonder, you know, break down that barrier. Kids didn't have walls. We put it up for them, you know, and then we make them into our realities as adults, and it's silly. It's so silly. Fucking me and Nicole bicker about that shit all the time in parenting. I'm like, what's he gonna do? She's like, don't let him do that. I'm like, I want to see what he does. Where is this going? Where are you going?
Yeah, let him explore a little bit. Let him figure life out.
Sure, fuck yeah. Like, I wish he was a good promoter and he'd put him to work. Fucking, yeah. He's not old enough yet.
Nah, he ain't
Give it
ready
time.
yet.
Give it time. He'll have a whole generation of people that can be like, marbles. Look at the old man with marbles. It's not weird at all.
Yo, man, I can't wait to see this in a couple of years for real.
Dude, so next year I got a guy coming out for he does races and he's got a fucking track. He's got a big old racetrack for me.
Oh, we talked about that. That's right.
It's going to be fucking cool. He's on vacation this time, so. But next year we're already talking about fucking him coming out and these things are neat. And it's fucking just big old fucking racetrack fucking. And I think that would be fun even in itself. It's neat. It's fucking neat. It adds a little fun and fantasy to it, like for myself personally, because I think it's neat. Huh?
Yeah.
And so, but marbles in general, the artists that are coming through here are world renowned, and their efforts are endearing to be collected, and I love holding marbles and looking at them, and I just bought a really nice marble from Jared DeLong while I was in California.
Yeah.
They are sweet. I should have brought that with me. That would have been a great show off piece.
Let them know the time and location.
Saturday is at noon to 6 at the Zack. It's on 32,000 block of Locust. And the Zack Kransberg Art Center.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then let them know where to find you at.
To find my socials are BCGLASSWORX on all social networks. Yes, all BCGLASSWORX.
Hell yeah! All right.
Hashtag life is a dream. Point it.
Oh Christ!
Does that mean it's done? Gotta go like this.
Shit, I don't know how to follow that. I guess you could find me sipping lean on the IG at is it still Tbreak T?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to change it to comethazine tea.
Jesus Christ! All right, go ahead. Actually, just hashtag that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, don't change the name.
I already get weird requests on there anyway, so
Yeah, your shit gonna go crazy, bro. You gonna have the feds on you after that one. I don't know. Yeah, you might want to take me to Tbreak T.
I'll probably stick with it.
Yeah, just hashtag promethazine T. Actually, we'll just stick to that on the pod.
Better in person, yeah.
Yeah. That's better. But y'all already, at Tbreak T on the socials, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, y'all already know. But all right, check us. All right, here we go. Check us out on all socials. Too Terps, you already know. Breaking news. We will be having all the audio episodes on YouTube now. They're actually, matter of fact, as we speak now.
Nice.
Yeah. All the audio is on YouTube now.
I have a YouTube account. I share videos on there.
See, there you go.
BCGLASSWORX.
Hey, hell yeah. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I didn't plug. No, we'll do it next week. This is all about the Show Me Glass show this week. But also too, he's also going to be a part of something else too soon too.
Oh, you got your Easter bash coming up, don't you? Or
Yeah.
is that,
We'll talk about that next week.
hell yeah, that'd be cool.
This week is all about the BC. It's all about the Show Me Glass show this week.
Yeah, marbles.
That's right.
Love marbles.
Hell yeah. We'll start promoing that next week though. You already know.
Yeah, right
down.
to it.
It's about to go down.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, you busting out some glass eggs for that too, right?
Yes, I got an oxygen tank actually coming in tomorrow. I got a liquid tank getting delivered
Oh yeah, I got to talk to you about that too. I actually know somebody.
for oxygen. Really? Is that right? Interesting.
I got you. We'll talk about that in a minute. But all right, make sure you follow us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Patreon. Hit up that hotline 314-399-9711. Also, you can Cash App us on Too T3rp. Yeah, I think it's hashtag Too T3rp, I believe. No, what $sign Too T3rp, whatever.
Something like that.
Yeah, give us some money, yo. But and you can follow me at Donovan2408 on all social media platforms. But y'all already know this been another episode. This shit been lit. It's always a good time with my bro.
Thanks for letting me run my mouth.
Always. You already know. Anytime. But we will catch y'all next week. Peace. Oh, shit. I forgot to hit the thing. Hey, man, this some good weed, though.
I like that. That was good.
It's two.
Almost forgot to do that.
Turp.
Derp.
Tell you, lit. We out.